7 episodes ago, I started off as a level 1 from scratch in GTA 5 Online in 2024. And here we are today, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this in the future, welcome to episode 7. If you're watching this present day, sorry it's taken so long for me to put this video out. We've had a lot of DLCs and new updates and raids and stuff going on. So there's just been a lot of content that I wanted to get out before this one. But the reason I started this series is because I have a lot of people asking me in my comment section all the time, like, I'm just starting off, I've just bought this game, how can I make money? Like, I feel like I can't afford these businesses that you have or the cars that you have or any of this stuff. How can I get to that point? So I was like, you know what? I'll just have a playlist and I'll have like a 10-episode guide, a beginner's guide that'll just walk you through exactly what I would do if I was starting off from a level 1. And that is what we're doing here today. That's what we've been doing from episode 1 through 6. And now here we are on episode 7. And this one's going to be kind of more like a guide. I'll just walk you through. We're going to be walking you through here today. We're going to be walking through the Hangar, which I think is one of the best solo businesses if you're a grinder. So what we'll do is we'll make sure that our acid lab is filling up because we like to, you know, make some money. We are still new to the game. We need to make all that money everywhere we can. Make sure our bunker is still getting filled up from last episode, and then we'll start working on the Hangar. So let's jump into it. All right, here we are. My ADHD just kicked in while this was loading up, and I think I just spent the last 15 minutes in between what you just saw of me and now looking at my phone. But we're back. Okay, so let's make sure that this thing is has been filled up. We got to make sure it's got enough stuff in it. Make sure it's not full because we don't want it to be full because that means we're not going to be making money from it. All right, the supplies are full, but the product's not, which isn't good. That means basically last episode I came in, filled it up, but obviously all of my videos in between of this series are on PC. So it's not like, since I haven't been in the game, as you know, with the Acid Lab, it doesn't go up unless you're in the game. So it hasn't gone up at all since last episode, basically. So there's no point me going over to our bunker either then. But we'll check it out anyway, just in case. Okay, so as you can see, our supplies are actually fairly low. So let's just go ahead and make sure that this thing is full. I mean, I say pretty low. It's halfway, but we'll fill it up a little bit more. All right, so we've purchased supplies. Now, here's the thing. If you're following along at home and you're thinking, what's next for us to do? I would definitely make sure you do like the wildlife photography. Check that out so you can make a little bit of extra money. Go to your G's Cash and all of that sort of stuff. But for me, since that's not what this video is about, we're going to be jumping now from here straight on over to our Fort Zancudo Hangar. Now, obviously, when you're doing this, there's probably going to be some businesses that are on sale or 30% off or something like that, or some businesses that may be doing 2 times money and stuff like that, which could persuade you to go for those instead of some of the businesses that I've done here. Like this one, actually, this is going to be the next one we buy for sure. We're going to ignore him for now, but I really do like the salvage yard. It's a lot of fun. Now we've got the Cluck and Bell raid and stuff too. But the salvage yard, for sure, I think that's a good business to have as a solo player. I mean, excuse me, Vincent. Oh, I shouldn't have hung up. It's okay. I've already heard his little spiel. But anyway, yeah, salvage yard is just good. You know, just jumping in and doing the, just like the tow truck missions and stuff. They're just simple. They don't take a lot of time, and it's a decent payout. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to business real quick right here. Merryweather, I'm a little busy. So this is, oh my bloody hell, will you all frig off, man? Jesus Christ, go away. Oh my God, I'm busy. Gotta put my phone on Do Not Disturb like I do in real life when I'm busy. Okay, so here is the deal, right? Here's the deal with the Hangar business as a solo player. So if you specifically, as you can see, I'll throw it up on screen right here beneath me. If you specifically source, I think it's narcotics, chemicals, and medical, if you just get one of them, which is going to take you forever, and I would 100% recommend you do not do, you will get the biggest payout. And I do have videos on my channel of me doing that if you want to go check them out. Some people have said, oh, well, no, if you just do like 25 of narcotic and 25 chemical, since they both get the discount or both get the same boost, that's the same as getting 50 of narcotics. It's actually not. That's not how math works. You'll get 25% more for this one, 25% more of this one, and that's not the same as 50% more of this one, if that makes sense. Also, math is not my strong suit, but I'm sure somebody can help me out there in the comments. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do one, then another. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is going to skip the cooldown or make it so you don't need to worry about the cooldown and give you a decent amount of money. So for us, we're going to be doing like an hour's worth of work because I feel like for this one, showing you how to do it as a solo player, I feel like how much can you make in an hour is always a good thing, a good like level to judge if this is something you want to do or not, right? So in an hour, for me, it's going to take about 3 minutes, maybe a little more since we don't have an oppressor on this account. We do have the Sparrow though. But about 3 to 5 minutes to do each source mission. So we should be able to get 10 of each. So 20 in total within an hour, maybe a little more. I'll let you know exactly how long it takes for us to get 20 of each. Not 20, sorry, 10 of each. It should be around an hour to get 10 of each, which is 20 in total. Maybe an hour and 15. We'll let you know how it goes here in this video. But the reason I'm saying this is, first and foremost, if you're watching this, you saw my last video. And in that video, I showed you where I personally, like which one I think is personally the best location and all of that. But if you're just tuning in, you didn't see that one, I would definitely go for one of these hangars up here. Mainly because it's in the middle of the map. It's where a lot of the missions are, the source missions, cell missions. Not only that, you can drive and fly over it without having to go around it because they get in wanted level, all of that stuff. And since we're getting 10 of each, we got to make sure we choose the right one. So if you look down below right there, you'll see the highest pay for getting 10 is going to be the jewelry, art, and animal. So those are the ones we're going to be rotating through, and I'll show you what I mean here in a little bit. But you can come over here and request Rooster go get you some. But we're not going to be doing that because he will get you just some random stuff. And you can do that if you're just doing like rounds and stuff. But if you're actively grinding out, I wouldn't even worry about him. He's just going to mess up your numbers. You know what I mean? All right. So now what we're going to do, you can see we have 0. There is 0 product here at all. How does it say we've stole 11 and sales completed was 0? I'm so confused. Anyway. But anyway, like I say, jewelry, art, and animal, those are going to be a 12% bonus for getting 10 of each. Now, realistically, we could probably push it to like 15 of each. At that point, you'd want counterfeit and tobacco, which is what I typically would do for this. But since we're just doing an hour, we're going to be doing this as short as possible. Jewelry, art, and animal is going to be the ones we're going for. So you can see animal on the right there, or just jewelry and art. So we're just going to be going for these two. We're going to literally rotate between these two. And every time we get a new mission, there's going to be a cooldown, but we're just going to go to the next one. So let's just go ahead and start this up. Now, you're always going to want to make sure you do land. They are just so much easier. This actually came out not too recently, actually. The Mercenaries DLC. So this came out in 2023 where they added the land option. It used to only be air for the hangar, and it was just awful. Brutal missions, brutal cell missions, source missions. They added land, made it so much easier. That's what we're going to be doing here today. Now, I'll do the first one here with you with face cam. And then what we'll do is we will switch over. I'll turn the face cam off and I'll just walk you through some of the missions here. So first of all, if I go to service vehicles, go to Kasaka, let's make sure we have our Sparrow. There it is, spawned right here. Now, this is a Sandy Shores airfield mission. Now, this one is one of the easier ones. This one could only take a couple minutes. I've already wasted 30 seconds here talking to you and pulling out my helicopter. But I'll show you exactly what it is we're going to be doing here. But this is a really easy mission. So there is a trick to this, though, which I'll share with you here in a second once we get a little bit closer. So let's speed this up here a little bit. Just head on over towards Sandy Shores. All right, and once you get to around this location, we're not even going to listen to the prompts or anything like that. We're looking for a helicopter. If we can't see a helicopter in the sky right over here near Sandy Shore, that means it's going to be over on the left, and it's easy to identify where this package is going to be. Okay, so he's waffling. I don't see, right? There's nothing here. No helicopter. All right, so we turn. It's either going to be just on the left there, or it's going to be on the right. At nighttime's actually easier. Okay, I can see it right in front of me, and I can see the package. You see that flashing right there? It actually is easier to see before you get close and it starts rendering in. But you can see it flashing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fly straight on over to that package. If we have an oppressor, it would actually be a little bit easier because you wouldn't even have to get out. And to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have to get out right here either. But I just don't want to like get stuck on these bloody rocks. So for the sake of this video, we're just going to grab it, get back in, and fly away. But if you have an oppressor, which if you're following along this series, you probably don't right now, But if you do have one, you can get this done in like 2 minutes easy. But this one, since we had to get out there, and a lot of them, it's just that location. A lot of the time, you won't even have to get out of your Sparrow. You can just fly over, drop in, and get out of there. But you can see what I meant. The Sandy Shores one, just look for the helicopter in the sky. Even at night, you can see the helicopter light flashing. And then once you know where the location's going to be, if you just look at the ground straight away where the location is, you'll see the package flashing. Even when nothing else is rendered in, you'll see the flashing package, which makes your life so much easier. Because if you get closer to it, all of the shrubbery and brush and stuff like that will spawn around it, and you won't be able to see it. But if you make sure to just look at the ground as you're coming over towards it, you'll see it flashing, and it'll be just easy to do. And this one usually takes around 2 to 2.5 minutes. As you can see, right now we're at about the 2-minute mark. No, actually, we're at the 3-minute mark. Take away 30 seconds of me rambling at the beginning. It's about 2.5 minutes, but we're not even back yet. So this one's probably going to be a 3-minute one. Speed this up. Okay, so this one is going to be a 3.5-minute one. What the hell? I didn't even think I was anywhere near. I didn't even think we were anywhere near. I'm going to put this here and not go into it because I want to do this. Kasaka. We're going to return it because I'm not using that because that thing is done. We need a new one. We need a new one. That was a disaster. But that was about 3.5 minutes. Like I say, these missions typically take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Some of them can be like 2 minutes. Some of them 2.5, 3 minutes. But they're rarely 5 minutes, to be honest. They're usually around 3.5 minutes, I would say, on average. Anyway, so once you've done it, you're just going to run straight back inside, straight back up until your office desk. So now what you'll see here is there's going to be a countdown if we wanted to do that exact same one. But we're not going to. We're going to do just the one next to it, which is jewelry, which still has the same amount of bonus on it. So we'll go ahead. We're only going to get 10 of each of these. Let's go ahead and do land, and let's do another mission. Now, one of the things I forgot really quick here is it's probably going to take a second. Yeah, we got a minute here before I can spawn my Sparrow. Because it was damaged. But this one, it's actually perfect timing because we're not going to do this one. So there's a handful of them. So this one right here is the Alamo Sea. So this is one where you have to go in a submarine. This one's going to be right in the middle here. We're never going to do that because it's going to take more than 5 minutes, and I'm not about it. There's another one up here where same thing, a submarine. You got to come up here. That's going to take you more than 5 minutes. And then the worst one you can do is going to be all the way down here. Same thing, submarine. It's going to take you more than 5 minutes. It is just not worth your time. So whenever you get those missions, what I always do 100% of the time is, first of all, make sure we're preferences. Make sure, yeah, it's just go in, find a new session. It's not worth doing those Alamo ones. It's just not worth it. And a lot of the times it's only going to take seconds, as you can see right here, to get back in. And a lot of the time you could get maybe the same thing again, the Sandy Shores one. I've had the Sandy Shores one like 7 times in a row, which literally takes like 2 minutes to do each one, 2-3 minutes. And I've got that 7 times in a row. That's literally like almost half of what I'm doing in an hour's worth of work, just in back to back to back to back to back. Some of them are faster, some of them are slower. But anyway, like I say, you're just going to then come back into here, select it one more time. And if it says Alamo Sea or any of those other ones, you're going to remember the names of them here eventually. You're just not going to do it. Okay, Palito Bay. I think this is the other variant that we're not going to do that I just told you about. Yeah, we're not doing it. 100% not doing it. Invite only, as you can see right here. It's going to take seconds. Doesn't matter if you're on PC, if you're on Xbox, PlayStation. It's always going to be super fast like this unless you have pretty bad internet. And if that's the case, I apologize. All right, so once again, source, same one. You can see the other one keeps resetting, by the way. It'll always reset. That's why you can't really do this strategy if you're only doing one. Okay, so this is Infiltrate the Deal. You can see I got my car right there. This is Infiltrate the Deal. I'm pressing the wrong button. We need our Sparrow. That's what I was going for. Infiltrate the Deal is actually, I would say, it's a mediocre one. I would just make sure, just get in there, grab it, get out. There's an Infiltrate the Deal down at the docks. That's one of the ones you don't want to do, obviously, because it's just far away. If you're not in a rush and you're like, you know what, I don't mind spending 5 minutes or so doing these missions, then that's fine. Do the docks one. I still wouldn't recommend doing the one where you have to get in the submarine because it's a waste of time. But this Infiltrate Your Deal should be the one that's just, yeah, it's just over this hill right here. And there's another one over just past Sandy Shores near the big supermarket that's over there. Those two I would do. The one down in the docks, I would not do that one. Anyway, let's speed this up here a little bit. All right, here we are coming up. Let's just start blowing things up, shall we? Let's just start blowing things up, shall we? It's just not worth waiting. These guys are going to start shooting at us. They're going to start damaging our beautiful helicopter right here. And that is not what we want. Let's just take these guys out. All right, we can see the trailer right down there. We are going to blow it up. These guys, they just don't stop spawning, huh? Okay, so let's just go ahead and blow up this thing. It's probably going to take, I think it's around 5 shots. Again, if you're in an oppressor, your aim will be better than a Sparrow, but you will not have unlimited missiles like you do in a Sparrow. So keep that in mind. You will have to return that thing every now and then to make sure your missiles are back in it. All right, should be just 1 or 2 more shots. Where the hell did that go? How did that one? I was aiming at the floor and it went up into the bloody mountains. Oh, that's why. It locked onto something. Okay, there we go. It is landed, of course, bloody behind it. Usually, even if it's on top of it, you can just kind of land on top of the truck and it'll automatically pick it up. All right, there we go. Picked it up. Don't even need to get out of our chopper. And out of here we go. I feel like it's more difficult flying a bloody helicopter on PC, on PlayStation, man. I feel like I keep hitting things that I don't usually hit. Either that or because my driving skill, you can see right there, flying skill's pretty low. That could have something to do with it. All right, let's turn our mic off here. Luckily, we're in an invite-only lobby, so no one can hear me. But I keep forgetting the bloody setting to turn that off. All right, let's get back here real quick. All right, and here we are coming back up to the hangar. That's 26 minutes, 30 seconds. So about 3.5 minutes. Almost 4 minutes for this one. So still, not that bad, though. Like I say, you don't want to go over 5. 5 is like the max. But I would say anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes and you are golden for all of these source missions, as long as you're doing land and as long as you're not going to the Alamo Sea or any of those where you have to get in the bloody submarine. All right, so I said I was going to skip through. I'll show you all of the missions that we will do. Anything outside of the missions we'll do, we're going to skip anyway. So as long as I can show you how to do all of them once, that's fantastic. And obviously, doing these with an Oppressor Mark II is so much easier. Eventually, we will have to buy an oppressor for this account. But for now, doing it with the Sparrow is all you need, and that's all we're going to be doing. But anyway, so now you can see the other one. We can go ahead and select that because this one is ready to go. All right, what have you got for me? Richmond. So Richmond, where's my helicopter? Richmond is actually the fastest one you can possibly do. So let's say you have an oppressor, right? That is going to make this mission. I think the fastest I ever did it, it was either 1.5 or 2 minutes. Absolutely madness. Obviously, with an oppressor, this specific one is going to be much easier because you do not have to set foot off your oppressor. You can do the entire thing while on your oppressor. But I've already wasted 30 seconds here spawning my bloody Sparrow in. But if your Sparrow was already sitting there, or if you have an oppressor, we'd basically be there by now. But I was waffling. So let's get over there and I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, this is the fastest one you can possibly do in the game. Like I say, with an oppressor, we'd already be there by now if we had the oppressor on us. But this should still only take us around 3 minutes. But what you're basically going to want to do is you're going to fly on down. For this one, since we don't have the oppressor, like I say, well, you bugger off for a second. Since we do not have the oppressor, we are going to have to land this thing. Now, again, if you're doing this with an oppressor, all you have to do is fly into the back, take out the thing, and fly out of there. It's that simple. But since we do not have an oppressor, we need to take this thing out. And all I have is 1 grenade here. At least we have 1 grenade. But with the oppressor, like I say, you fly up to it, you take it out, and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. This one, we've had to do that, so we've picked it up. Now let's go ahead and grab the Sparrow. But again, with an oppressor, you blow it up, and then you drive in there, pick it up while you're still on it, and then fly out. You can literally do this. I think the fastest, I think it was 2 minutes was the fastest I did this. But yeah, we'd be back already by now. But as you can see with the Sparrow, still super easy, but just takes a little bit more time. All right, let's get back and see exactly how long it's taken us, because as of right now, we're just 2 minutes in. All right, and just like that, we are back in around 3 minutes. So yeah, if my Sparrow was already outside, oh my god, that took a while to spawn in. If my Sparrow was already outside and I didn't have to spawn it in, we probably could have done this in like 2.5 minutes. But since I had to spawn in my Sparrow there, it took us 3 minutes. But still nothing. This is definitely the fastest one though. If you get the Richmond, that's the best you can get. There's one more mission similar to the one that we just did that I said is the easiest one in the game. Basically, you have to fly in, blow up one of those generators, and it'll open up another door. Just like the one we just did, but this one, there's 2 other options you can do. Again, that is the easiest mission to do on an oppressor. We don't have an oppressor, though, so we're going to have to just fly on over there. So I'll show you that mission. But until we get that mission, I feel like I should just fast forward here because we've basically gone over every mission that you should be doing. They're all very easy. If there's any other than the ones I've just shown you, Sandy Shores. All right, let's speed past this one because you've already seen. Where's my bloody chopper gone again, man? I forgot we switched servers. Yeah, but other than this, these are the missions you should be doing. There's one other mission that I would say that, yeah, you can kind of do that one. Other than that, don't do them. You should only do the ones that take you literally like 2-3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes max. Anything over that, you're just wasting your time. Unless you're like, you know what, I'm just enjoying these. I'm enjoying the grind. We're just going to keep doing it. Then it's fine. But if you're trying to get it done as fast as possible, like I'm trying to do right now, just go for the missions you know you can do really quick. And voila! You're probably thinking, well, hold on a second, what's going on here? Why are we here seeing your face all massive? So listen, I'm wearing a different t-shirt. So between what I just did and then I filled the thing all the way up, but then I had to do a video because obviously the Clucking Bell raid and all that stuff. So I did a Clucking Bell raid video. So that's why I've got a little bit more money now that I'm going to show you. But I have finished it. I've completed 1 hour's worth. We got 10 of each. Let me show you. So you can see if we go to sell, we have a 12% bonus on each of them because we have 10 of each. Now, to get the most amount of money, you've actually got to sell these individually. So you can see it says sell for 336 or sell all cargo for 600. So you're losing like $70,000 by doing them together. But we're going to be doing it in a public lobby. So the smart thing to do would be to sell them both individually in a public lobby. Or we can just do one sell mission. We'll lose quite a bit, about 100k, but we have 50% less risk of one of them being blown up. So I think we'll sell it. We need to go to a public lobby here first, but I think what we'll do is we'll sell it just as one. Or do we do it as 2? Here's the thing. This video is more so about how to, you know, it's a beginner's guide video, right? How to make money and stuff like that. So I'm thinking genuinely what I would do, which is what this entire series is about, is just selling it as one. If we had got like, you know, filled 25 of each, then I would do them individually. But 10 of each, it didn't take that much time. It was only an hour. So I'm just going to do it as one. But you can see we do have a little bit more money now. So let me go ahead first before we do anything and put this money in the bank. This is from doing... How has Maze Bank pulled this up? I was on the wrong thing. So like I said, I did the Clucking Bell raid in between. So I did 10. Then I did... No, did I do 10? No, I did all of them. I did all 20 of them. But before I did the sell mission, I was like, I should do the Clucking Bell raid video because that came out. So that's why I got all 20 of them. And then I did some other stuff. And now I'm coming back because I wanted to sell it with you guys. So we've got 2.6 million now in our little beginner's guide here. We're almost at the end of this beginner's guide. Like I say, I feel like 10 episodes is going to be a good amount because I've almost got to the point now where I'm making money and I've got nothing to spend it on. So anyway, let's go ahead and go into a public lobby. Now, I've never sold in a public lobby on console. Well, I have obviously done it, but not in recent times because my account that you guys have seen all of my sales on typically is my PC account, where there I have to worry about hackers and modders and stuff like that. But on console, I feel like there's more griefers because there's not as many hackers and modders. So the only thing they can do is grief. So all the angry people on PC go to modded accounts, and all the angry people on console just chase you down. How many people? I'm bright red. I don't think I can show myself in a lobby ever again after that. Okay. There was only 15 people in there. We needed more anyway. I hate it here. All right, 29 people. Perfect. Problem is now I'm not going to be able to become a CEO because there's too many people in here as a CEO, I'm thinking. No, I think I am a CEO. Am I? I am. Look at that. We're a bloody CEO. There's a level 8,000 in here, though, and we're on console. Can you buy modded accounts on console? There's a lot of high levels in here, man. What are people up to? We got some guy with a bounty. I mean, there's a lot of people. We've got, what is this? If this isn't just a couple people waiting to grief you, I don't know what is, man. I'm genuinely, the smart thing to do would not be selling in this lobby. Let's just see the people's state of mind. This guy's mental state, it's a little bit, not a lot. I mean, this guy's got a pretty, yeah, he's unstable. He's got red eyes too, though. I mean, is that a shock to anyone? Why does everyone in this lobby look like... I mean, this guy's got black eyes. This girl's got black eyes. Red eyes. Look at everyone. This guy's got black eyes. This guy... Why is everyone... Have I jumped into a... Why does everyone look so mean? I don't see anyone killing each other, though. I am terrified of this lobby, but I feel like for entertainment purposes, people may want to see me try and sell in it. So... let's do it. Oh, man, I'm nervous. I'm bloody nervous. Listen, this is a stupid idea. If you're newer to the game or you're a beginner like me, it's probably not the best idea to do what I'm about to do. And of course, it's taking us into the city. Why wouldn't it? Oh, man. I kind of like this car, though. We've had some stinkers when it comes to delivery vehicles, but I think out of the 3 that you can get that are for this type of delivery, I think this is one of the better ones, to be completely honest with you. So let's speed this up until we get a little closer. I'll let you know if my guy in his jet decides... Let's have a look. Is he coming towards us? No, doesn't look like. All right, and I'm not going to go right into the city either. I'm going to go left here. So the one thing I'll say... We're still on our way over there, by the way. Nothing exciting's happened here so far. The one thing I'll say is that... we have 10 deliveries. I'm hoping they're all, even though I typically hate them in the mountains, I'm hoping they're all kind of in the mountains out of the city. Because just that guy that's flying around in a fighter jet just scares me. You know what I mean? There was an oppressor down there too. But as far as the mini map or as far as the kill feed is concerned, there hasn't been much going on. Like, he's just died again. That's the guy that keeps dying. Okay, so these guys are killed. They just did a trade kill by the looks of it. So now we're heading into the city, but we're coming in from the angle that I wanted to come in from. So let's speed this up again until we get to a little closer. All right, so considering it's taken us so long to get here, why are you spinning out? Someone throw a banana slick down or something? Since it's taken us so long to get here from where we were, I'm assuming they're all going to be fairly close to each other, and I assume they're all going to be in like the mountains, which is good and bad. But typically when it takes this long to get to a spot, they're usually fairly close together, versus when they're, you know, if you get to it pretty fast, they can spread them out a little bit further. That's just from experience that I've had. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. Okay, first one. I'm guessing it's going to be to the right. Yeah. All right. So it's all going to be in these mountains, which again, not too mad at, because there's a lot of people going to be... we're in a public lobby, basically. No one seems to be chasing us down at the moment. And again, this is my PS5 account, so I don't have any weapons to really defend myself. So if we do get attacked, what am I going to do? Shoot a fighter jet with a pistol? That's literally the options we have here. Yeah, see, they're all... these guys are really close together, huh? These guys are really close together. All right, where's my little things gone that's telling me which direction to go? You know what? This is one of the nicer, like, mountain areas, though, to drive on. Because it's fairly, you know, hilly instead of mountainous. Does that make sense? All right, I can see where we need to go. All right, down the mountain we go. I can see this. I swear cars have been spinning out more recently, man. I swear cars never used to spin out as much as they've been doing recently. I talked about it on my Clucking Bell raid video. But I feel like I've been spinning out all over the bloody place recently. All right, there's got to be a better way for me to get through there. Sure is. Yeah, I feel like I've just been spinning out all over the place recently. Like, I'm just losing traction all the time. I feel like that never used to happen to me. Am I the only one that is dealing with this, man? I don't know. I hate that you can drive through these fences, like, in 90% of the places, but then the exact same fences in certain places you can't drive through. Like, have a little bit of consistency. Hey, how about that? We're not even halfway through. I've got to go upstairs. Oh my God. Why is this one so difficult, man? Why have you got to make this one, like, so difficult? Like, why have you got to do it like we're playing a bloody racing game? We're not racing. Like, it is cool. It is cool. Not gonna lie. Okay, what happened here then? We're literally just halfway through. That's it. Halfway through. Now where are you taking me? I can see the marker up on the hill. Why wouldn't I have just gone up on the hill first before we went down? We were already up here, man. How is it down there, but I can see the marker? Oh, my God. I'm just getting ahead of myself, I think. I'm just too good. I'm just too good. I was going to the marker for the next one. We just hit a banana peel again. Okay. There's no way they haven't changed something, man. I never, ever, ever have I felt a car spin as much as I have since this new Clucking Bell raid happened. I've never spun out in cars before just from driving. Like, it keeps happening to me. All right, well, we just got 3 more to go anyway, so we're not too... And it's been kind of out of the way. There's no one been around here. How many people is in here? We still got 29 people. We're laughing. We're absolutely laughing. Whoop. These are kind of awkward ones, though. They keep taking us into all these little, like, businesses, but you've got to, like, get right into the nooks and crannies, you know what I mean? Instead of just being, like, on a hill. Like, you got to get all the way down in here. All right, 1 more to go. Okay. All right, where's this one going to be? Inside of this plane? No, actually, it's not. It's... Excuse me. Watch out, doggo. All right, there we go. Now we just got to leave the area. You know what? My bloody pleasure. My absolute pleasure. Let's get out of here. Let's see how much money we've made. Keep in mind, we're going to be about 100 grand less than we could have done if we would have just done them individually. But it's just, no, I don't... 100 grand, you know, we'll make that doing something else. I don't need to stress myself. Imagine if I had to do this again right now. Not worth it. There we go. 877, almost $900,000. Almost 900K. It would have been close to $1 million if we would have done it individually, but I would have had to do it again right now. So you're talking like another 15 minutes, and that to me is just a waste of time. I'd rather jump straight back in now and start filling it up once again. So 877K, our first sale. What's up, Ron? Don't want to listen to you. 877K. And see, there's more people selling stuff too. It turned out to be a pretty decent lobby. Turned out to be a pretty decent lobby. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen. That was our very first sale in this hangar. We don't own anything to go in here. But look at us go, man. Look at us. Let's go ahead and deposit it. We now have $3.5 million. 3.5 million. We're a level 34. So at this point, we own passive businesses with the bunker and the freak shop or the acid lab. We own the Kasaka for making a quick like million every time we jump in if we wanted to. We've now got the hangar business, which we can make, as you just saw, almost 900,000 with an hour's worth of work. Obviously, this 15-minute sell mission. But almost 900K in like an hour and 15 minutes. We need to fill this thing up really quick. So go ahead and do that, please, sir. Because next video, we'll be selling this, I think. And we also have the Clucking Bell raid. Anyone can do. You don't even need to buy that. That's something you can complete. And you can get 500K an hour doing that. But that one does take an hour to do. And then you have an hour cooldown. So that one... I mean, it's fairly easy, but it does take a long time for not that much. When it goes to double money and you can make $1 million, that'll be a bloody good business. And I think everyone will agree on that. They'll probably never do 2 times pay on that, though, I don't think. Maybe 1.5 times. What's the beeping now, then? Maybe 2 times. Maybe 1.5 times. But we're set up, man. We are completely set up. We have a few episodes left of this series. And to be honest, there's only a couple things left that I want to purchase. Because we have money now. We can start spending money. There's 2 bit... Okay, so the agency... Which isn't on this one, it's on the other one. There we go. Dynasty, executive. Okay, so like, yeah, the agencies, you're looking at... I don't think, realistically, I would... And this is a beginner's guide showing you what I would do to make money. And I wouldn't buy one of these until they're on sale. So I'm not going to be buying an agency until it's on sale. So this isn't going to happen for me anytime soon, unless they do, 50% off the agency or something, which they do pretty often. But other than that, things that I'm willing to pay full price for, the salvage yard, 100%. I would like it to go on sale, though, because I forget how expensive they are. But I do want the salvage yard. I do want an agency. I do want an auto shop, and I do want a nightclub. And I mean, you think about that, that's pretty much everything. Agency is what we still need, auto shop, nightclub, and salvage yard. So we got 4 businesses left, and then I'd be like happy. I'd be like, you know what? I am now done. The arcade's really cool too. The motorcycle club, as you can see, I've kind of stayed away from. And in all honesty, the nightclub, it would just be for the 50k passive income because we don't have a motorcycle club to feed into it. So in all honesty, I don't even know if I'd buy a nightclub. But this is just my beginner's guide anyway. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and hopefully it's just helped some people that are newer. Because like I say, the whole reason for me doing this is I wanted to have like a playlist on my channel because I get asked all the time how I have so much money and, you know, what should I do as a new player? So I was like, you know what? I want to create a beginner's guide so that I can point people in this direction, show you how easy it is to make money in this game and not have to buy shark cards or anything like that. And we're literally on what is this now? Episode 6 or 7? Yeah, episode 7 of this. And I think we can wrap it up in 10 episodes. I think 10 episodes would be pretty good. I think we've already got a decent amount of money. And there's so many ways for us to make money already as is. But I do think the agency is an important one to get. I do think the salvage yard is a really good starter business. And it's a really important one that I want to get. And the auto shop. I just love the auto shop. The auto shop's like my home base. I always spawn in there. I love it. It's probably my favorite, not business I own. Because the auto shop, there's better ways to make money. But it's the favorite property I own. I love it. That's like my home. I spawn in there. Like all of my cars are in there. You can customize. It's just my favorite. It's my favorite property I own is my auto shop. So I definitely want to pick one of those up. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the day. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always, with a brand new video. Goodbye.